Hi guys, my name is Lynn and this is Stephanie, my cousin.
Hi.
And today is Tuesday and every Tuesday we will be downloading a new video. And today's video is
Scary stories.
So now we've picked up a couple of stories, like 2 or 3 stories, and we're gonna read them. We're gonna turn on the lights now, we're gonna turn on this candle, and we're gonna see what will happen next. So-and-so's friend, a girl in her teens, is babysitting for a family in Newport Beach. The family is wealthy and has a very large house. You know, the sort with a ridiculous amount of rooms. Anyways, the parents are going out for a late dinner movie. The father tells the babysitter that once the children are in bed, she should go into the specific room. He doesn't really want her wandering around the house and watch TV there.
The parents take off and soon she gets the kids into bed and goes to the room to watch TV. She tries watching TV, but she is disturbed by a clown statue in the corner of the room. She tries to ignore it for as long as possible, but it starts freaking her out so much and she can't handle it. I hate clowns.
She resorts to calling the father and asks, "Hey, the kids are in bed, but is it okay if I switch rooms? This clown statue is really creeping me out."
The father says seriously, "Get the kids, go next door and call 911.
She asks, "What's going on?"
He responds, "Just go next door and once you call the police, call me back." Oh my god.
She gets the kids, goes next door and calls the police. When the police are on the way, she calls the father back and asks, "So really, what's going on?"
He responds, "We don't have a clown statue." He then further explains that the children have been complaining about a clown watching them as they sleep. He and his wife has just blown it off, assuming that they were having nightmares. Oh my god.
The police
clowns.
The police arrive and apprehend the clown, who turns out to be a midget. Okay. A midget clown. Okay. I guess he was some homeless person dressed as a clown, who somehow got into the house and had been living there for several weeks.
God.
He would come into the kids' rooms and at night and watch them while they sleep.
As the house was so large, he was able to avoid detection, surviving off their food. He had been in the TV room right before the babysitter came in there. When she entered, he didn't have enough time to hide, so he just froze in place and pretended to be a statue. Oh my god.
Okay, so this is another story after what happened. Okay. What is that? Okay, let's continue. Okay, this is a different story. 2 dorm mates in college were in the same science class. The teacher had just reminded them about the midterm the next day when one dorm mate, let's call her Julie, got asked to this big bash by the hottest guy in school. The other dorm mate, Meg, had pretty much no interest in going, and being a student, she took notes on what the midterm was about. After the entire period of flirting with her date, Julie was totally unprepared for her test, while Meg was completely prepared for a major study date with her books.
At the end of the day, Julie spent hours getting ready for the party while Meg started studying. Julie tried to get Meg to go, but she was insistent that she would study and pass the test. The girls were rather close and Julie didn't like leaving Meg alone to be bored while she was out having a blast. Julie finally gave up, using the excuse that she would cram in homeroom the next day.
Julie went to the party and had the time of her life with her date. She headed back to the dorm around 2 a.m. and decided not to wake Meg. She went to bed nervous about the midterm and decided she would wake up early to ask Meg for help. She woke up and went to wake Meg. Meg was lying on her stomach, apparently sound asleep.
Julie rolled Meg over to reveal Meg's terrified face. Julie, concerned, turned on the desk lamp. Meg's study stuff was still open and had blood all over it.
Meg had been slaughtered. Julie, in horror, fell to the floor and looked up to see, written on the wall in Meg's blood, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?"
Oh my God. I heard about a girl who went back to her dorm room late one night to get her books before heading to her boyfriend's room for the night. She entered but did not turn on the light, knowing that her roommate was sleeping. She stumbled around the room in the dark for several minutes, gathering books, clothes, toothbrush, before finally leaving.
The next day, she came back to her room to find it surrounded by police. They asked if she lived there, and she said yes. They took her into her room, and they'd written in blood on the wall were the words,
"Oh my God.
"Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?" Her roommate was being murdered while she was getting her things. I've heard this several different times. Each time it was at a different university. Okay, well, now...
Thanks for watching. Like this video and don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, bye!
Bye.